Here in Scotland, we finally have our altar set up for the arrival of all of our past loved ones. The candles glow throughout the day and evening in our living room. The incense fills the room and takes me to my childhood of attending Mass at San Pio in the Pilsen neighborhood of Chicago. Pilsen was the first home of my parents when they immigrated from Mexico in the 70s. Colorful papel picado hangs around the edges of the altar. The simple suche adorn the altar, surrounding all the photos of our relatives coming to visit. Food, water, and beloved items are spread throughout our altar. For my abuelita Maria and abuelita Esther, I make sure we have coffee and pan dulce awaiting them. A little bit of whiskey is always reserved for my abuelito Chevio, and a bowl of cornflakes for my abuelito Lole. As for my tío Socorro, we placed a plate with a slice of pizza along with a nice cold corona in front of his photo. I also make sure to remember Cookie, the family dog that I grew up with in Chicago. Cookie is greeted with a fresh bowl of water, a beefy treat, and a tennis ball. At the very top of our altar, we have La Virgen de Guadalupe, or Tonantzin, which is her indigenous name. She is our sacred brown mother. We look to her for the fortitude that we need to move forward in life. While I grew up within the sphere of Mexican Catholicism and its community, I choose no longer to engage with the Catholic religion as an adult. As I have educated myself on the history of colonization and the process of decolonization, I find it important to commit my actions to what I stand for, although it might not be understood by my culture. I know this can be a challenge considering my Mexican identity and culture. I am a fusion of two cultures that represented very different worldviews. And unfortunately, one of those cultures led with the aim to colonize through injustice, genocide, and ultimately erasure. El Día de los Muertos is special because it is one of the very few traditions that survives from our indigenous ancestors. The symbolism and imagery emphasize the importance of our unity, our resilience, and our history. I've received my brown skin, my beliefs, my stories, my values from my indigenous ancestors. They have been the source to my essence. It has taken me most of my life to recognize, love, and respect my indigenous roots. It is a cycle that I am always learning from. I am now in my late 30s and no longer find any reason to commit to a religion that refuses to accept and account for what they've done and are still doing to us and other marginalized communities. With that being said, I know Mexican culture is steeped in Catholicism. However, I would like to point out that there are indigenous elements that make Mexican Catholicism very unique and different from the Catholicism that we see in Europe. The annual pilgrimage of 20 million Mexicanos for Tonantzin is a strong example of our indigeneity. The innate love and trust we have in her has been passed down to us since the pre-conquest. And so I choose to honor and celebrate the indigeneity that we could still find in Mexican Catholicism, as I do with the food culture, language, art, etc. of Mexico. It's important to look further from westernization, judgment, shame, and begin to reflect. El Día de los Muertos takes place at the end of October, but our altar goes up beforehand, so we have extra time to remember and honor our past loved ones. And since I am so far away from my parents, siblings, tías, and primos, having the altar warm our home for a couple of extra days is wonderfully comforting. Back in Chicago, my mom prepares and arranges the family altar with her sisters. The altar stretches from the ceiling to the floor. Photos of my relatives from both sides of the family are placed on the altar. Candles and decorative lights highlight the photos. Fresh cempasúchil are in vases in every corner. The calaveras de azúcar are bright with their designs. My mom cooks up a feast, and everyone, and by everyone I mean all my primos, tíos, and tías, get together and enjoy a dinner all around the altar. We like to think that our past loved ones are there with us, seeing us, and meeting the new members of the family. Stories are shared, and the legacy of our past loved ones live on. It's a time we realize how much impact our past loved ones had on us. It's lovely to know that they live on in this way. In Mexico, families gather in cemeteries and bring the celebration to their past loved ones. The graves are decorated with so many cempasúchil and candles that cemeteries create an other world that glows with various shades of tangerine. It's a liminal space that physically becomes part of our reality for a short period of time. The beauty and the peace and love at the cemeteries makes it really hard not to believe that spirits are reuniting with their families. Our illustration today honors El Día de los Muertos. Our glasses-wearing character is holding a candle and kneeling in front of a bed of cempasúchil and candles. The reference of this illustration is of a photo taken in Mexico, with women placing and watching the candles glow in the night. I tried to convey the endless quantity of cempasúchil by detailing the stalks and adding green to the spaces between and around them. Since cempasúchil consist of reds, yellows, and oranges, I made sure to show that variation. One of the tricky bits to this illustration was making the candles stand out. I wanted to capture their glow and overall make it stand out against the background. I have recently acquired a new color pencil set from Prismacolor, and I could immediately feel and see the difference in their application and blendability. However, I am still finding a bit of a challenge in layering my colors. And after watching a few tutorials on Skillshare, I have found out that I'm not using the right type of paper for layering using color pencils. In the future, I look forward to making this change. Regardless, I believe I was still able to create a glow about the candles. As for our character, I have given her fuchsia glasses and overalls. I aimed to choose colors that would be in contrast with the rest of the scene. Earrings complete her look. I want this illustration, as well as my many others, to encourage the young generation to commit to their cultural traditions. Being different is a superpower. This is a message I wish I could have completely understood and felt from an early age. Having open dialogues with elders and respected carriers of cultures is crucial to fully understand why we do things a certain way. Yes, there might be scholarly pieces written about El Día de los Muertos, but the storytelling of my family, friends, and mentors has connected me more to the tradition, to Mexico. Oral history is an important medium for building an archive among our Latina families and communities. Storytelling in my own personal journey has allowed me to begin healing. Storytelling is survival and resistance. It should never be demeaned or devalued. Let's continue to honor our relatives for the rest of the month. And perhaps we could find time to give an elder a call and ask about those traditions that still haven't found root in ourselves. Thank you for the company, friends. See you in the next one.